Alright, so I found this method that gives me like 10-ish minutes to talk before my voice completely goes out again. So this recap is going to have to be pretty quick. So without further ado, we have 7 games to talk about, some interesting news, and let's just let the day 132 recap begin. Mark Cuban, aka the anti-Russ, is back at it again. Now, if I can call your attention to back after the Thunder beat the Mavericks in 5 games in last year's playoffs, Mark Cuban came out and said that Kevin Durant was the only superstar on that team. And we all know how Kevin Durant replied to that.
He's an idiot. All right, that's what we got to say about that.
And then fast forward a few more months into the season when Russell Westbrook is averaging a triple-double, and Mark Cuban once again reiterates that Russell Westbrook will not be a superstar until he wins. Now fast forward until last night, and Mark Cuban was asked who he has as the front runners to win MVP, and he says it's a close race between James Harden and LeBron James. Then the reporter was like, what about Russell Westbrook? And Mark Cuban basically said, what about him? He's not in the conversation. Therefore, meaning Mark Cuban still does not think too highly of Russell Westbrook. Now, you all know how I most likely feel about the situation.
He's an idiot.
But my job is to deliver the news with an unbiased opinion.
He's an idiot.
And let you guys have all of the fun with it.
He's an idiot.
But I will say this.
He's an idiot.
Props to Mark Cuban for at least being consistent with your opinions not changing every other day.
He's an idiot.
Where words fail, music speaks. I found that quote from Google.com. And it was the lack of music that filled the air at the Madison Square Garden last night as the Knicks hosted the Warriors. And according to the quote from Google, since there was no music, words must not have been failing. Well, Draymond Green's words sure didn't fail as he gave his opinion on the matter after the game.
Changed the flow of the game, it changed everything. You get so used to playing the game a certain way, and you completely change that. I think it was disrespectful to everyone. That's complete disrespect.
Do you think they were trying to unsettle you guys a little bit?
I don't think they were trying to change us, because I think it changed their players too. Did you see that first half? It was just bad, sloppy, all over the place. There was no rhythm to the game. It definitely threw the entire game off, and they need to trash that, because that's exactly what it was.
Now the Knicks claim to have done this so the fans could appreciate basketball in its purest forms, or whatever that means. Who knows why they really did it? Maybe it was to throw off the Warriors in the first half, and if it was, it actually kind of worked as the Knicks let the game coming out of the musicless half.
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money?
Lou Williams may no longer be a Laker, but he still expects to get paid. Lou put Swaggy P on blast on Twitter about some money that he was apparently owed, quoting Nick Young's tweet saying, "Wire me my money?" To which Nick Young quickly got amnesia. Williams then came out to the media and said that he fully expects Swaggy P to pay up when the Lakers come to Houston in a couple of weeks. He also stated that Meta World Peace owed him money, but he's not worried about that, saying that Meta is good at paying. Nick is always late. If you ever find yourself owing Lou Williams some money, do not think that you will get away with that. He will call you out in front of the entire world. And that about wraps up all the news from yesterday. Now let's get into the games from last night. Quick, name a player that is 5'9" and plays in the NBA. You said Isaiah Thomas, didn't you? But you forgot about that man, Tyler Ulis. The rookie himself, Tyler Ulis, hit the biggest shot of the night yesterday, which came in the form of a step-back buzzer beater 3 after an Isaiah Thomas turnover to give Phoenix the 109-106 upset win over Boston. Ulis didn't just hit that shot though. He played more on the night to finish with 20 points out the bench. The starting point guard Eric Bledsoe didn't have too shabby of a game either, however, with 28 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. And for Boston, they were without both Al Horford and Avery Bradley. Isaiah Thomas did score 35 points though. Paul George broke out of a shooting slump last night against the Hawks, hitting 6 of his 9 3-point attempts, and he finished with 34 points. But none of his 6 triples were as big as the one that Glenn Robinson III would hit in the corner with 0.6 seconds left to give the Pacers the 97-96 win over the Hawks. 2 game-winning threes in the same night. It's been a crazy season so far. Robinson had 11 points on the night and Jeff Teague had 16. Paul Millsap scored 23 for Atlanta and Tim Hardaway Jr. had 24 off the bench. The Wizards headed into the fourth quarter down 11 to the Magic. They had not completed a fourth quarter comeback by more than 10 points since 1999, believe it or not. However, that changed last night as they outscored Orlando by 12 in the fourth to come away with a 115-114 win. Bradley Beal scored 32 points and John Wall had 19 points and 10 assists, but it was Jennings and Bogdanovic off the bench who I think made the biggest difference, especially Bogdanovic, who was absolutely on fire once again, going for 27 points, including 15 and hitting 8 of his 10 3-point attempts. And Jennings had only 2 points, but that's okay because his job is to come off the bench and make plays when Wall isn't in the game, and that's what he did with 7 assists. Terrence Ross scored 20 for Orlando. Stephen Curry was still struggling in the first half. I believe he had 12 points and was 2 of 8 from 3, and the Warriors trailed the Knicks by 1 thanks to some great play from New York's second unit and a hot second quarter from Porzingis. However, in the second half, Curry finally snapped out of the slump he had been in for the past few games and led the Warriors to the 112-105 victory over New York. Curry finished with 31 points on 5 of 13 shooting from 3 to go along with 8 rebounds and 6 assists. Derrick Rose scored 28 for New York and Porzingis added 24 to go along with 15 rebounds. The next time you say Rudy Gobert's name, it's best that you put some respect upon it. And there may have only been 2 game-winning threes last night, but that doesn't mean that there weren't any game-winning overtime 2s. Rudy Gobert tips in the ball with 0.0 seconds remaining on the shot clock to give the Jazz the 110-109 win over Sacramento. And this is after he already had made the driving layup to send the game to overtime in the first place. And all of that just capped off his total monster night of 16 points and 24 rebounds. Like I said, the next time you say Gobert's name, you best to put some respect upon it. George Hill had 28 points and Gordon Hayward also had 23 for Utah. Good effort for the Kings, but it just falls short. Ty Lawson led them with 19. This is what happens when the Thunder fall in love with the 3-ball. Unless some paranormal activity type stuff is happening when they make, I don't know, maybe their first 12 3-point attempts in a row. Normally, it doesn't end too well. Like last night against Dallas, for example, the Thunder shot 2 of 22 from 3. Russ was half to blame for that. Well, I guess he did make the Thunder's only 2 3-point attempts, but he was 2 of 10 from 3 on the game. He finished with 29.6 rebounds and 5 assists, but the Mavericks get the easy 104-89 win. Once again, Seth Curry had a good game with 22 points and the great Dirk Nowitzki had a double-double of 18 points and 12 rebounds. Finally, the Pelicans get a win when both Davis and Cousins play. And of course, it will be against the Lakers, but hey, a win is a win. 31 points and 9 rebounds for Davis. Cousins with 26 points and 15 rebounds, and Drew Holiday had 20 points and 12 assists. Nick Young had 19 for the Lakers and Brandon Ingram chips in 16. And that about wraps up all the action for the day 132 recap of the 2016-2017 NBA season. And now it's time to get into the player of the day. Your nominees are as follows. You have Rudy Gobert and his 16 points, 24 rebounds, including the game-winning tip-in. Stephen Curry and his 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Bojan Bogdanovic and his 27 points, including 15 in the fourth quarter and 8 of 10 from 3. Or Tyler Ulis and his 20 points, 5 assists, and the game-winning 3. As always, you guys can vote for the player of the day by following the link down in the description. But other than that, I want to say thank you guys for all the support you've given me from yesterday when I was sick and made the video. I know it kind of sucked for you guys. It sucked for me not to be able to make a video too, but you know, it felt just good enough to make a video for today. Voice is about to go out again. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like on it if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team STC, and I'm out of here. Peace!